Welcome to the Norwegian Church. We're very excited to be performing Just Jump to you today, so hope you enjoy the show. It's about 35 minutes to 40 minutes long, and at the end of the show, the actors will come out and answer any questions that you might have. So if you think of any questions throughout the show that you want to ask about the story, then keep those to yourself and you'll be able to ask them at the end, and they might ask you some questions too. Great. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Evans. Hello, my name is Dr. Tom Evans. What are you doing here?
I'm always hanging around. That's what big sisters do. Well, go on then. What are you waiting for?
Alright, stop nagging. Just give me a minute. I'm scared.
You can do it.
I remember my first time. It was on the night shift in A&E. It was a Friday evening. You always know it's going to be bonkers. As soon as the sun's out, bank holiday weekend, and the shirts come off. And amongst the sunburn and the drunk and disorderly, we have a family. A man, dad, and a young boy. Ash and White waiting for news of their child, and I'm the one who has to deliver that news.
Well, go on then. What are you waiting for?
Alright, stop nagging.
Well, you wanted to do it.
I know. Just give me a minute. I'm scared. Mr. and Mrs. Peterson, my name is Tom Evans, and I'm the doctor on call who treated your child when they first came to A&E. Please, let's find a quiet room to talk. Science, biology, lesson 1, first thing on a Friday. I sit next to Corey. He's funny, and although he's really smart, he doesn't do any work. Mam says he's the reason I don't listen in class, and the reason why I've dropped a set in maths. I must admit, it's much more fun being in the lower set. Less pressure, but the kids can be idiots and a little bit mean. Corey's been alright, to be fair.
Sorry I'm late, miss. I missed the bus and didn't have enough change, so I had to walk in. But it's all good. Did you finish my work?
Nearly.
What do you mean, nearly? Old fatty acid is going to want to mark this over the weekend.
I had other stuff to do.
Like what?
French revision.
Oh, révision. Remind me, what is révision?
Funny. It's alright for you. You haven't got an overachieving sister and an overbearing mother.
Hang on, we all have an overbearing mother, and she will ground me if I don't hand in my work.
Let's see what I can do.
Anyway, what's your mother stressing for? Everyone knows you're going to get your grades.
My mum doesn't seem to think so. And now they've dropped me a set in maths.
Does she blame me?
Well, let's just put it this way. It's probably best if you don't come and call for a bit.
Great.
Especially if you bring Thanos with you.
Yeah, he's a bit mad.
Thanos. Not his real name, but a kid in year 10 that we think's been kept back for at least 3 years. He's bigger than the headmaster, and he's big. He played youth rugby at 13, but got banned for headbutting the ref. He operated on a different level of delinquency altogether. When he was in school, teachers were on Amber Alert. Yeah, he knows no fear.
I'm meeting him down the bay after school. You fancy coming? Oh, hang on, you have to do my work for me.
Why can't you do it?
What?
Or why can't you do it yourself?
Because I can't be, yeah, sorry, miss, I will hand it in after lunch. Give us your book,
sorry, miss. Is it okay if I hand it in after lunch? I've brought in the wrong book, but I've texted my man to bring it in.
Thanks.
Look, this is the last time I'm helping you. Why don't we stay on for homework club and finish it then?
Are you speaking a foreign language? Homework club? Look, I am not wasting time doing work after school. I am going down the bay.
What for?
What do you think? Visit Technique West?
Is that still open? Do they still have that giant piano?
I don't know. And I actually don't care. The weather is boiling, and we are going jumping.
Jumping?
Yeah. And if you don't want Thanos on your back, you will come too.
Skeleton? We need the skeleton for 3 things. 1, to support the body. 2, to protect some of the vital organs of the body. And 3, to help the body move.
Like jumping. Cannonball! Oh, nothing, miss! Look, you need to give your brain a rest and stop trying to get in the top sets and come jumping. It's a laugh. And there's nothing else to do around here. It's boring. Gets your heart racing, adrenaline pumping. Everyone does it. Oh, you should have seen Thanos down there last time. He didn't even have any bathers on.
He was naked.
No. He went in his clothes. Nutter. He did this flip like an orca whale.
They're actually dolphins,
What?
not whales. Orcas. Never mind.
Anyway, he did this flip and missed a shopping trolley by like inches and landed bang in the water.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and you even get to shout at the harbour patrol, give them a bit of lip, throw stones, and then they chase you. It's like they think they're special forces, but they can't do anything. They can't touch us. It's like something out of Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, have you played it?
Yeah.
Isn't it 18?
Well, my older brother let me play it.
Oh.
Still on Fortnite then.
No.
So, will you come in or not?
I'm not sure.
Well, you may as well, because you'll have to bring my work to me.
Okay, I'll see if I can sneak out.
Didn't your sister used to jump?
Yeah, but she'd try and hide it from a man. She'd come in and go straight upstairs to the bathroom and pretend she had a shower. Wet clothes on the floor. Instant giveaway.
Is she still trying to be Taylor Swift?
No.
My brother saw her doing a few gigs in Live Lounge.
What? Couldn't have.
Yeah, look.
When was this?
Oh, she's there like every Thursday.
No, she babysits for the twins on Thursdays.
They are 12.
She's not old enough to play gigs.
Well, I'm pretty sure that is your sister. Oh. Don't forget to bring my work to me. I'll be down the bay by Happy Ramsden's.
What time?
Straight after school.
Okay, I'll drop it down then, but it's the last time, okay?
No, it won't be.
Why?
Because I will tell Thanos that you are not being cooperative. Look, just bring my work down to me and then come jumping. You only have to do it once and then he'll leave you alone.
What do you mean?
You know what he's like. He likes fresh meat. Don't forget to copy my handwriting.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it with my left hand.
Thanos has been on my back ever since primary school. I had a little break in year 7 when he got suspended, but when he returned, I thought it was best to keep on his good side. So jumping was a part of that. Oh, I'm doing his homework from time to time.
I switched my pager off. Don't want any interruptions. I wanted my senior consultant to be with me for my first time, but she's nowhere to be seen. Such a busy night. I had prepared for this. I'd spoken to neurology and had all the facts I needed. They told us this at med school. Have all the facts ready. Please, take a seat. Can I get you some water? I'm afraid I have bad news. Your child was involved in an accident on the dockside. I see the father grip tightly onto the mother's hand. He needs to gather all the strength he can from her. Next to them is a little boy. His hair is wet. He wants the ground to swallow him up. No amount of guilt can ease the pain of the parents. It must have been with the kids jumping in, I think. I believe Harbour Patrol were the first on the scene.
And I don't know where we're going, but I know where we came from. Wherever we're together, it's the place where I belong.
Meow, 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 meow!
Why did you not?
Well, you wouldn't have been able to hear me over that cat wailing. Did you hear it?
Funny.
Where's Mum?
She's working late.
Oh, what's for tea?
Well, I don't know. What's in the freezer?
I don't know.
Well, if you look, you'll see and find out. Now, I'm trying to learn these chords.
Why?
Because I want to. Well, just go and play with your little friends on Xbox.
Mum's banned me from playing it for failing maths.
I told you to revise.
What, like you did?
Didn't need to. Photographic memory. It's a gift. Anyhow, this is going to be my ticket out of this town. We've always had each other.
Oh, I'm going to go and get chips.
Those days were the best I've ever had.
You know what's just going to happen. You know you're going to get aggro, but you warn them in it. But these kids think they're better than cats. More than 9 lives! We tell them, don't know what's under the water. We have no idea the amount of rubbish that's under there. This used to be a working dock. Ships that took coal all over the world used to dock here, you know. Our water's filthy. I wouldn't go in there, I'll tell you that now. And you can't tell them nothing, see? And I should know, I've been in now for over 10 years. And nothing changes. And that's the tragedy of it, that the parents of the kids used to jump in themselves. You try and tell them to have a word with their kids, but all they say is, ah, well, it never harmed us. As if that's a reason. Ironic, really. Like Corey. Oh, there's a bin over there. So put it in the bin. And you're not supposed to be jumping, so why don't you and your mates clear off?
You can't stop us.
No, but I don't want to be spending my weekend fishing you lot out the water.
It's your job.
Not recovering bodies, it's not. And get down from there, it's private property.
Who says?
The sign.
What sign?
That sign.
Oh, we're not doing anything.
Look, I'm doing this for your own good.
Look, I'm doing this for your own good.
I'm warning you. That water's cold. 10 degrees Celsius. Normal sea swimming temperature, cross channel type thing, is 18 degrees. And triathletes only get in the water at 24 degrees. And that's with wetsuits on.
And you're telling me this, why?
10 degrees hypothermia sets in within 30 minutes before losing consciousness. And that's if you're actually conscious going in.
What? Oh, very funny. But it's boiling and we need to cool down.
Look, do yourself a favour and go and get yourself an ice cream.
God. It doesn't look cold. You can almost see the bottom. How deep is that, like 6 meters? Sometimes you can't see the bottom at all. So you can't see where the wall comes out of it, so you just have to guess. And know that you jumped far enough to miss it. I hit it once. Killed my ankle. You know that stinging feeling you get right up your leg like your shin is shattered? Thanos thought it was hysterical.
You're not jumping from there, are you?
I might.
Here's your book.
Thanks. Oh, here's a chip. I've just had some, but I'm starving. My dad says because I'm growing, so I need like loads of protein.
Chips and carbs.
Are they? Since when?
Well, since they were a potato. Potato?
Shut up.
You jump in then?
Not sure. Apparently it's like 10 degrees. Like that is serious cold.
Is it?
Yeah, and you can lose consciousness after 30 minutes.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm not a complete spud. Anyway, you got any money?
Just a change from the chips.
Do you fancy an ice cream?
No, I'd better be getting back home.
Revision?
Yeah.
Well, Thanos might, but he's got extra layering, so I'm not.
Where is he?
Dunno. He bailed on me.
Perhaps Thanos isn't brave enough to jump in today.
Yeah, perhaps.
I'll see you on Monday then.
Thanks for doing my work.
No probs, but it's the last time, okay?
Okay.
I'm looking out to the water. It looks inviting. It was boiling. I bet it was warmer than 10 degrees. You'd be brave enough to jump in, not me.
Well, go on then. What are you waiting for?
Right, stop nagging.
Well, you wanted to do it.
I know. Just give me a minute. I'm scared.
You can do it.
Are you sure I can't get you anything? The information I'm about to give you is very graphic, but I feel you need to understand the circumstances. When your child hit the water and went under, they hit an unknown object. This resulted in your child being underwater for a significant amount of time. A member of the public raised the alarm, and the paramedics were there within moments and managed to stabilise your child.
Crumbling like pastries, they scream. Crumbling like pastries, they scream. The worst things in life come free to us 'cause we're drunk. Did you get any chips for me?
Oh, you said you didn't want any. You can have the crumbs if you like.
Oh, no thanks.
Who sings that then?
This guy called Ed Sheeran.
You'll never make it.
You okay?
Yeah.
Who was down there?
Oh, just the usual.
Thanos?
No.
Corey?
Yep.
Better not let Mum know.
She won't know if you don't tell her.
What was he up to?
Oh, just hanging around.
Jump in.
No. Corey said it was too cold.
Corey said.
Oh, would you jump?
Nah, that's what kids do. Anyhow, how are you such big mates with Corey all of a sudden?
Well, I'm nearly in all his classes now.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, don't tell Mum, she don't know yet.
Oh, golden boy is starting to fail.
I'm not the golden boy. You're the golden one. She never seems to be on your back about stuff.
It's called being the eldest. Anyway, when you were in primary school, you were really smart. What happened?
I don't know, it's all just different now. School is different. Instead of just one big subject, there are like 10. So you've got 10 different teachers all having a go all the time. I just can't keep up. And then there's the back.
What's the point of that? What about your old friends, Kai and Devan?
Oh, they're super competitive with marks. They actually don't do anything but revise. I'm not in their set now, so to be fair, Corey's helping out.
What would work?
No, not really. Some of the kids in school are being a bit mean to me, so protected me a bit.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Well, I have to do his work every now and again.
Classic protection racket.
Yeah, I know. I sort of have to prove myself.
Really, to Corey? Do me a favour.
It's more Thanos, really. I just need to do one thing to get out of his line of sight, and then he'll leave me alone.
Like what?
I don't know. Jumping down the bay.
Really?
That's all they really do. Can you help me?
I'm not doing that.
Look, all I need is for you to help me. Just tell me where the good places to jump and how to mix all the rubbish under the water.
It's not just the stuff under the surface. Before you know it, you could be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Oh, I'm feeling really good about this now.
It's not just that, it's the temperature too.
Yeah, I know. 10 degrees. But I'm a good swimmer. Remember, I used to swim out to that diving platform on holidays?
No, sorry, I'm not getting involved.
Look, I've got enough on my plate without the pressure of Thanos as well.
No. Mum would kill me if she knew I was helping you with this.
Well, I suppose I better not tell her about you going to Live Lounge when you were supposed to be babysitting.
What?
Corey's brother saw you.
Liar. I said no recording.
So what's it to be then, sis? Sing or swim?
I'm not going in.
I'm not asking you to go in. Just film me doing the jump.
Fine. Well, go and get changed then.
What now?
Well, yeah, before Mum gets back.
But Corey said it was really cold.
And how does Corey know? Did he go in?
No. Good point.
Well, come on then. Let's get on with it. So that I can get back and finish off learning this song.
Okay.
Well, go on then. So what are you waiting for?
Alright, stop nagging.
Well, you wanted to do it.
I know. Just give me a minute. I'm scared.
You can do it.
Anyhow, he gets the call and I tell you my heart sinks. Part of me thinks, it'll just be another one just messing around. Just get the pole and hook them out the water. But this day it was different. I could feel it here, in my stomach. I think we all did. You see, we all got kids. They all go to the same school. You don't want to be dragging your kid out. Or anyone else's for that matter. Anyway, we get to the dockside and there are some kids still on the side. Wet hair. Shivering. Crying. The water temperature that day was 10 degrees, so yes, it's very cold.
There's a
There's
body in the water.
We fish it out. We know there is no hope, but you put that to one side really quickly. This is no longer a rescue mission, it's purely recovery. The police and paramedics were all on side ready.
We've been out a few times to the bay. It's usually heat exhaustion, that kind of thing, but we've never experienced something like this. We had this bloke once who dropped his vape into the sea and jumped in to try and save it. He got exhausted, got into a bit of trouble, couldn't lift himself out onto the pontoon and was drowning. So we were caught. And you know, trying to rescue a bloke who's trying to rescue his vape is comical until it's fatal. You know, we all live with it, like a veil over us. Every end of exams or half term, when the sun was out, they were out. And you'd see them all, lined up on the docks, all limbs hanging over the edge, swinging back and forth, and yeah, at times, we felt envious, jealous even at that time. Because we did it, we did exactly the same thing. So, living down the docks, you are aware of everything that goes on, and it doesn't take long for bad news to travel. I think bad news travels quicker than good, unfortunately. As soon as we got the call, we weren't far, so it didn't take us long for us to get there. You know, as soon as I heard it was about the bay and what with it being a hot Friday afternoon, and sort of assumed it would be something to do with the kids jumping. I was just praying it weren't my two.
I'm looking out to the water. It looks calm and inviting. It's glistening and sparkling. Enticing, really.
Well, go on then. What are you waiting for?
Alright, stop nagging.
Well, you wanted to do it.
I know. Just give me a minute. I'm scared. I'll go for it, I think. Just hit the water and close my eyes and swim to the surface. Easy. I survey it once more, trying desperately to see if there's anything under the water that might be a problem. Corey had told me that time his feet hit the concrete wall. Didn't fancy that.
Well, go on then. What are you waiting for?
Alright, stop nagging.
Well, you wanted to do it.
I know. Just give me a minute. I'm scared. I look around. No one around. In fact, the bay is deserted. Strange. For a millisecond, I have an awful feeling in the pit of my stomach. If the feeling could speak, it would say, "Don't do it." But I ignore it as nerves. Be bold. Be brave. I jump. I feel the air whistling past my ears and through my hair. I smack hard into the water. It stings like heat. It's not hot. It's freezing cold. I gasp at taking water. It burns my throat. I drop for what feels like forever. I look up to what seems like a pinhole of light. I can't breathe. I try and struggle to reach the surface, but it keeps moving further and further away from me. I'm exhausted. I just have no energy. I can feel myself falling.
When we get there, there's a crowd of kids and some adults have turned up too. The kids are all in their swimsuits, some with towels around them, some shivering. As we get there, with sirens blaring, the crowd parts in the middle to reveal a grim sight. A man from Harbour Patrol is giving artificial respiration to this kid. As we turn him, half his skull is dented in like a football needing air. The face has swollen up already with the impact of whatever it hit. Even still, I recognise the kid. It's the Peterson kid.
From behind me, I feel something lurch towards me. It's an arm around my chest. I'm being pulled up by some incredible power, strength. I reach the surface and gasp and splutter for air. I can smell the fumes of a diesel engine, and then a pole drops down, splashing water into my face. I grab onto it for dear life. I look behind me and see Kaylee's in the water. She saved me. I grab onto the pole. I've got it! I shout. I look back and she's gone. Although the paramedics were there within moments and managed to stabilise your child, the situation at present is that your child's brain is badly injured and may have stopped completely. The father begins to sob. What happened next will haunt me for the rest of my life. A quiet, high-pitched sound filled the small room. And then it progressed into a wail. The father looked like I just hit him in the face with a sledgehammer. He dissolved onto the floor, sobbing, screaming, telling me to stop. I couldn't go on. Next to him, the little boy tried to reach out to him, but couldn't. His hair was still wet. The mother moves off her chair to comfort her husband, and as he slowly gets up, he looks at me like a child, and it's then and there I see Corey, the child's father. Sound of him crying, and I'm thrown back to that day when I jumped in, and my sister saved me. And I look back and she was gone. Forever. His wife clears her throat and asks if her child is in a coma. I explain that when you're in a coma, you have limited brain function, but if there is no brain function, then that person has died. The child has been transferred to intensive care and is on a ventilator. We will do tests to see the extent of the brain injury and see if the brain has stopped. We will know by midday. I'm so sorry. As they go to leave, I ask if they need someone to look after their other little boy. Corey turns to me, stunned. What do you mean? I've only got one child and he's upstairs fighting for his life. I look back and the young boy with wet hair has disappeared. I stutter my apologies. I look around the room and the room is empty. I remember seeing Corey when I got fished out of the water. He was on the dockside. He was crying. I told him that it wasn't his fault, but we never spoke again. In fact, shortly after, his mum and dad split up and he moved away. My sister was rescued, but it was too late. The damage had already been done. Spent the next month back and forth to the hospital. Mum never left her side and slept in the chair. Suppose it was that time in the hospital I saw how incredible the doctors were in trying to save my sister. And it inspired me to want to do the same. But despite all their efforts, it was too late. And Kaylee died in my mother's arms. We donated her organs, which my mum saw as a great comfort, knowing that my sister had helped others to survive. No amount of comfort can help you to forget. I have good and bad days. Sometimes at work, when things are bad, when I need to be brave, Kaylee appears to help me through the hardest of days.